Hi everyone! So today we are going to talk about the art of achieving anything you want in life. We are going to talk about those people who seem to achieve so many different things in their lives at different stages of their lives with ease, without much effort. They don't even seem worried about the outcome or stressed during the process. And yet, it is a fact that time and time again, they always get what they want. On the other end, on the opposite end, are those people who seem to be doing everything they can, in their power. They're trying to move mountains and still end up experiencing failure after failure. So we're going to talk about this weird phenomena that some people seem to have this luck that never runs out as they keep achieving, success after success in different areas of their lives, and those who seem to have their luck run out even before they start. And if you are the kind of person who is struggling to find out why things just don't work out for you, or why you have to struggle so much before you achieve anything, then this video is for you. Because we are going to talk about the differences between these two groups of people, and we're also going to discuss the 4 things that the lucky ones are exercising and practicing in secret in their lives, and those who are unlucky aren't. So you're gonna wanna watch till the end of the video. But before we get to the rest of the video, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, make sure to check out the description box. I have links to my website, my new book, my social media accounts, and so much more. Each and every one of them tailored to help you become your best self. So do check it out. Now, let's get to today's topic. So the first thing to realize is that effort is not necessarily rewarded, but the value of your actions or your results are. This is really important. It is a great point, especially for this day and age of hustle culture, where you being constantly stimulated, working all the time and giving this illusion of being productive while you're not is just silly. Because sometimes if you look back at the hours and hours that you're spending in front of a computer trying to make something happen, or you're just engaged in 1,000 different projects, this just is a waste of time. And in the end, you realize that there was really nothing of value that you came up with just because there was work that lasted hours or days. And this gives you a new perspective. You realize that it's really not about the amount of time that you spent or the amount of effort or energy that you put into something, but it's only about, in the end, it's only about the value that it can provide. And the people who are really, truly productive and successful know this. They realize that it's really not about the amount of hours spent working on something. In the end, it's only ever about the value or the results that they're able to provide through their work. And they're able to do this because they can calm themselves enough to realize this fact. Whereas the rest of us, we feel like, we're just going to find that little bit of progress or success in the many hours that we're going to spend, or the energy or the effort that we're going to put towards something. But we now realize that that is not the fact. And how do you know this? You just need to open your eyes and look at the world. Because there are people who are making millions in their sleep. There are people who are able to impact people's lives positively with a single masterpiece, maybe a single book. They don't need to write 1,000 books before they can have people appreciate their work or be positively impacted by their work, because they were able to focus on that one book and they have mastered the many different skills that they need to put into that book and finally bring out something valuable. And this is the kind of strategy that you need to adopt in your life in order to be successful, instead of running around trying to do so many things that in the end you are successful in none. Second point is to release any resistance or desperation to help you focus on your task. So if you have a lot of resistance, to making mistakes or failure, you just don't want to deal with those things, and you have a lot of desperation for this thing to come to fruition. You want your success now. You want to realize all your dreams and your goals, and you are clinging to them like they are your lifeline. Then this is going to be, absolutely disastrous, because what you're doing is you are actively repelling whatever good or whatever success or blessing that's coming your way, because desperation is not the way to achieve something. We all know that the more desperate we are for something, the more it runs away from us, the more it eludes us. Because when you are approaching something desperately, it means that you are not thinking clearly, you are not level-headed. And instead of using your mind to explore the different ways and avenues that you can achieve that thing, now your mind is going to be busy thinking about all the failures, all the losses that you are already experiencing in your mind. You are already thinking of your failure. And the people who are successful in anything they do know this secret, and they are not desperate for anything. They don't approach anything from desperation, because they come from wholeness. They know that they're already enough, something that you have to do, before going out there looking for anything. And they have mastered this. They know that they are already whole, and whatever it is that they're going to go for in life, whatever it is that they're going to achieve in life, is just going to be a positive addition, and it's not something that's going to define them. It's not something that's going to make them lose respect for themselves or anything like that. So you have to think of anything that you are approaching in life as being a positive addition in your life and not a lifeline. So point number 3 is to normalize the word I want and not I need. Because like I said earlier, you have to know by now that you are already whole and enough. You are already complete. And all your activities in life are just these positive additions, these colorful experiences that are just going to help you enjoy life while it lasts. Because when you are approaching them as things that are going to define you, as your identities, and they are just going to linger, because when you think of your losses or your achievements as things that are going to define you in any way, then this is problematic. And this is one of the reasons that you are not achieving the things you want in life with ease. This is why there is so much strain and stress and so much effort needed to achieve anything. So now you need a change in mindset that shows you that you really don't need anything in life, because no amount of money, the absence or the presence of money, or the absence of the presence of anything, any achievement or people in your life should be a reason for you to resent yourself or feel like a failure, because this in itself is contributing to a distorted self-image that then ripples out to everything you do. And this becomes a reason for the loss of energy or the lack of interest in life later on, because your mind is constantly telling you that you are a loser because you don't have this certain specific goals that you put for yourself, and now you don't have them. And this becomes a reason for you to resent yourself. And it just doesn't end with disappointment or being discouraged. It becomes a major theme in your life, and you just consider yourself to be unlucky, or you become this perpetual victim of life, which is the complete opposite of what the high achievers do. Because these people, they never feel like they need anything. They want something and they're going to do everything they can to achieve that, but they never have this idea in their mind that if they don't achieve something, that they are going to perish. No. They're going to keep trying while keeping their sense of self intact without letting anything that's happening out there, including their failures, affect their own self-image. Last but not least is number 4, and that is allowing the gestation period of your achievement so that you can have it in its entirety. The lack of patience that people have these days is astounding. You know, they just can't wait. This is the era of instant gratification, and unless you get yourself out of this sort of mindset, then you are going to find out that this becomes a huge problem in your life, because you just can't wait, because everyone you know or everyone on social media seems to be achieving things left and right, and you are just left with nothing. And if you're not wise enough to realize that you have your own unique journey, you have your own path, and that you have to move on your own pace, then this is going to affect you negatively, because you are either going to rush things and you're not going to be able to utilize your full potential because you just can't wait, or you are just going to be discouraged completely and abandon whatever it is that you're looking forward to. And you want to stop this from happening by developing the ability to wait, to be patient, and avoid this instant gratification that, you know, is plaguing the world. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.